Welcome, everybody. Today we have the very special pleasure of having Sarah Ali here on Women in Business Wednesdays. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you for having me, colleague. I appreciate it.
Thank you for joining us. I'm so excited to talk to you today. I know you got a great story, and you're a woman in business. Um, so, Sarah, how long have you? The first question I have is, how long have you been with Family First Life?
Approximately like 5 months. 5 months now.
5. Okay,
hmm
5 months. And so, were you licensed when you came to Family First, or you didn't come licensed?
So the story is actually very funny. I found my way into FFL. Nobody recruited me. I was actually working at the hospital, and I actually asked one of my friends there, and I was like, I need an opportunity because I model. So I was like, I need something flexible. I can't, be working a 9 to 5. I need something, where I can make an unlimited amount of income at the same time be able to pursue my dreams.
Gotcha.
So he told me just get your license. And the funny thing is, he was never licensed. He just said get licensed. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get licensed. So I got
Okay.
licensed, and uh, in the midst of studying, I kind of got bored. I started procrastinating. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. And then
Yeah.
my another sign came up when a financial advisor was like talking to me because he saw me reading this book, and he was like, oh, I have my license in life insurance, and I made over 6 figures. I used to live in a basement. I was like, all right, this is my sign. It came twice, so I gotta take action. So I kind of found my way into FFL, and now I'm here.
Okay. So you did your pre-licensing before you even came to FFL.
Yeah, I was already licensed. I came in ready
Okay.
to go. Yeah.
So how did you find? So then, how did you end up finding Family First Life? That's always very interesting to me.
A lot of research
Okay.
because there's so many people trying to recruit me, and I kind of got turned off by a lot of other IMOs because they were like pushy. They were like, they kept texting me, and I was like, why are they so obsessed with me? Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, I'm new into this business, and then they're like 60% comp, da da da. I was like, all right, let me see where I can get the most money with this. So I just did a little research, went on TikTok, and then found FFL.
Okay. So you
I
found
actually saw
FFL.
you. I saw you on TikTok.
Okay. On TikTok. Okay, cool. Okay, so it works. Some of the stuff we're
Mm-hmm.
doing is working, right?
Most definitely.
Okay, so you don't have any kids, you're single. How old are you?
20 years old.
You're 20.
That's my
Oh.
secret.
For some reason, not that you look older, but you just carry yourself a lot more mature than a 20 year
Definitely.
old. So
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you were in your 20s, but not 20. You're not even old
Yeah,
enough to drink,
everybody's
Sarah.
so surprised. I actually came into this business when I was 19. I turned 20 in the business, so I'm like fairly new
So
to
you're not
20.
even old enough to drink.
Yeah, I'm just chilling.
Not legally.
Exactly. I don't drink. But
Wow.
yep, a lot of people,
Okay.
that's like my little secret, my age. But
Okay. And then you said you model.
hmm
Okay, you're very beautiful, so that makes perfect sense. You definitely have that model look. Now, where are you originally? Like, you're from the United States?
yeah, I'm actually Sudanese. My parents originated or are from Sudan, and I was
Okay.
born in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, got you. Okay, and then you're in Maryland now.
Well, now I actually moved to Jersey.
Oh, you moved already.
Yeah, that's surprise. I'm actually back and forth between Maryland and Jersey. My mom lives in Maryland, so I go visit there, and if I need to run there, I'll also run it there as well. But Jersey, I'm here now because of my modeling. FFL gave me the opportunity to actually relocate here. Now I have a crib. I have a view of New York from my window, actually. So
Cool.
yeah.
Okay, so that was gonna be like my next question. So that's like one of the beauties of this business is that we have leads all over the country, right?
Yeah.
So it's no thing for you to decide, okay, I need to go to another state or
Mm-hmm.
another city, and I can just work there. And then when you come to visit your mom, you can
Mm-hmm.
also work here. Like there's no limit to
Exactly.
how many people you can see. So
Exactly.
that's dope, Sarah. Now, what would you say for you, right? What do you say have been some of the biggest challenges in the business?
As a woman, I feel like keeping my emotions out of my business, like it has nothing to do. So I
Let's
feel
talk
like
about that.
yes, I feel like in order to stop myself from getting into self-destruct mode, which can
Oh,
be easy for both male and female, you
yeah.
know, like these negative thoughts that we might have, or any setups that we might have with our family, or like our business, or chargebacks, or anything like that. It's so easy to just be put off and be like, you know what, I'm gonna go into self-destruct mode. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
work.
Okay.
So keeping my emotions out of things.
So how do you manage that? Like, because I know a lot of people like I mean, because we're human, right? So we
Mm-hmm.
have emotions,
Mm-hmm.
but we also say emotions and business don't mix, right? So what do you, is there anything in particular that you do to make sure that you are managing your emotions? Because a lot of people need help with this.
Mm-hmm. So another friend of mine, he's a big CEO out in LA. He told me one thing to always like keep in mind is system two thinking, and that's the thinking that's the slow, intrinsic thoughts versus the impulsive. System one thinking was the rational, like our instincts to do something like very quick. So think slow of like problem solving, things in terms of like problem solving, not like okay, oh my god, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Because that's like stressing is a waste of time.
Yeah.
When you system two think, you're able to really sit back and say, hey, what can I do? How can I problem solve this? How can I figure this out?
Yeah.
You're quick on your emotions. You're like, oh my god, charge back. Oh my god, like you're gonna suffer. You're gonna, you know what I mean? You're gonna self-destruct. So it's important to keep your head, at a very, very positive state.
Okay, and then are you reading anything? Are you listening to anything? Like, how do you? Because it's more to it than just the side. I mean, it kind of is and it kind of isn't, right? Because really, what you're talking about is the decision to okay, I'm not going to get emotional about this. I'm going to think rationally versus emotionally. I'm going to take my time, right? But it also has to be something I feel like that you either you practice or you said a guide mentioned to you, but then I know a lot of I read a lot of self-development books, right? Because you got to get better every single day, right? Yeah. So what do you read? Are you currently reading anything?
My book's actually right here.
Okay.
I'm reading Woman Up. It's called Woman Up.
Okay.
It's amazing. I recommend every woman read this, especially women in business. It says overcoming the 7 deadly sins that sabotage your success. Ooh. And it talks about, appearing as timid, saying sorry too much, or like, just like feeling like you have to be masculine because you're a woman in business, or it might be more men amongst you than the woman in your business. So it's amazing. Like this read has been great. Like I've learned so much.
Who's the author?
Aimee Cohen.
Aimee. Okay, Aime. Okay, Cohen. Okay, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna definitely pick that up because it is like we do as women, like we had to tend to, oh, I'm sorry about everything, right? And men don't do that, you know what I mean? And men don't, they're not apologetic. Like if they do something wrong, then yes, but they're like, oh, and I can't think of a good example, but we constantly, oh, I'm sorry. We do that, and that makes us look. I can't. That makes us think. There you go.
No doubt, and one thing I really do, especially like before stopping myself into getting into self-destruct mode, is every morning I read affirmations like to myself. I write it down. I wake up really early. I actually wake up at 4:30. Like I'm up early. Like I'm an early bird. Sleep at 9:30. Wake up at 4:30. I'm at the gym. Listening to podcasts, reading a book in the morning before I start my day, like having a positive prerequisite to my day. Yeah. Like if you just start your day, you just wake up, it's like 7 o'clock. Oh, 30 minutes, I got it out. You're gonna be in a mood, like you're gonna be lazy. Like for me at least, you know what I mean? I have like a lot of energy. If I'm just sitting there dialing, like I'm just gonna be bored all day. So I gotta set myself up prior to dialing, prior to getting up on the field. I gotta have some type of routine going on.
I love that.
Stay focused. Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, and that's good. Like that. And honestly, like probably in the last couple of years, I really just understood how important that was. Especially, what I'm saying, when you work from home sometimes, right? No doubt. I think it's even more important when you're working from home, because now you don't have because what I suffered from personally is that like I would, like you said, 7 o'clock, wake up and then get some coffee, brush my teeth, and then jump and start dialing, and it doesn't work, right? Yeah. So preparing for my day, just like if I was preparing to leave my home, I'm going to I'm taking the same steps. I might not put on any makeup. That's probably the only difference. But I'm still, getting in the shower, brushing my teeth, like doing my affirmations, praying, all the things that I normally do if I'm leaving the house. I have to continue to do those things, even if I'm going to be working at home, because it does make a huge difference in your mindset, because however you start your day is most likely how the rest of your day is going to turn out.
Exactly. And rushing yourself, you're already putting yourself at like unconscious stress. Like if you're like, oh, let me just get up at 7 o'clock. Oh, let me just sleep a little more. Like your day is kind of like, you already kind of set the tone for your day. Like setting the tone for your day is very important. Kind of like a book has a tone. Your day also has a tone, and you're in charge of how you want to set that. Like it's so important. Like positive thoughts are literally everything. Like what you tell yourself, like when I'm constantly going under stress or like, something's going on, bills are coming up, like whatever it is, a chargeback, whatever. Like I always tell myself, I'm gonna work it out. I'm gonna work it out. Those exact words. And I say it out loud, and I put a belief system behind it, because if you just tell yourself, the word enough is not sufficient. Like you have to add the belief behind it. Be like, you know what? I believe in myself. I believe that I'm gonna kill it today. I believe that I'm gonna set these appointments, because when I come in with that mindset, I end up crushing it that day.
You know what I mean? I love it. I'm getting excited right now just listening to you.
I know. Let's go. Let's go. But the thing I'm realizing is with my modeling, like I've been so consistent now. Now I have like campaigns coming out with Sephora. I've met Marc Jacobs and like done all these things where I've been consistent in my modeling. I put a passion behind it as well. Like I believe in myself. I put that passion, and that's what I'm really starting to like learn now with this business, is like I got to get passionate. And if I'm not passionate about the insurance side of it, I got to be passionate about the money side of it, something so that it gives me that drive that I want to, and then also finding out my why am I doing this?
That's good.
For a lot of people, they're like crushing it. They have kids, they have a family. For me, I'm in my 20s, but at the same time, I ask myself why. I want to retire in a couple years. I don't want to be working until I'm 50. Like I'm good. I want to be on vacation. I want to have time for my kids. I want to be able to like be, a mom, like, like, and be present. So that's why I'm trying to work as hard as I can now, because I got all this time on my hands. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I love Sarah. This is so awesome. I love it. Like I love talking to young people in general, but young women who really already understand where they're going, you know what I'm saying, or where they want to go. And like, because so let me ask you, how did you even get here at 20? Right.
Man, okay. I've never been like, for me, I always matured like quicker than my age. I feel like I grew up privileged. I'm not gonna lie. Like I grew up, my dad's a doctor.
Oh.
I grew up seeing like with luxuries, and that was another test from God. Like of course I stay humbled with that, and of course, I look at everybody. We are all one, despite of where we've come from or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But I've also learned that that's the lifestyle I want to live. Like I want to be comfortable, and I see my dad like push, like push. Like he's a cardiologist, so nights and days in the hospital. And I don't want that type of hustle, but I want a hustle that, I'm able to, do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And like, make unlimited income. Like why not?
So here's a crazy part. Your dad's a cardiologist. How old is he?
My dad now, he's like in his 50s.
So you literally,
and he's still working like over 12 hours.
Like crazy hours, right? So the crazy part about this, and I'm sure your father went to years of school, right? Mm-hmm. He spent a lot of money on school, most likely. And you come here, and depending on what state, I think the maximum that you would spend on a license, and the most expensive license in the country is in California, which is $300, right? Maryland is $70. You can come in here and you can make what your dad is making and more with a $70 life insurance license.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. It's crazy.
And then, like you say, grind it out on the front end so that you can really enjoy you can enjoy your kids, you can enjoy your husband, you can enjoy life. You know what I'm saying?
Just having time in general. Like if I want to go sit out in the water and dial, sometimes I'm just out like, in the water for just dialing.
Nice.
And you set the tone for how you want things to go. Like if you're just like, oh, I gotta go to the office. Sometimes I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going to the office. So I'll go out to the waterfront. I'll sit on the rooftop. Like I'll do something to keep myself a little more motivated, because it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to just be like, it's so easy to be like, I'm bored. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna lie, some days get boring, but I'm in control. Like if I'm bored, it's on me. Like I can go out here, like I can put on like something, I can watch something as I'm dialing. I can be sitting on the rooftop in front of the water. I can be reading a book, muting my phone till someone answers the phone. That's what I do sometimes now. Like I just pick up a book and I'm just opening it up, reading as they're answering, and that keeps me motivated because time goes with that.
That's so good. I'm so proud of you, Sarah. Like this is so good.
I get like you.
This is really, really good. Because a lot of, like, people my age, people your age, like everybody needs to hear what you're talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Because it is like we've been taught. I'm not sure if your dad's a doctor, right? You've been probably taught, go to school, get good grades, get a good job, right? And most people, that doesn't work out the way that a good job is not in the cards for them, right? So, and they're working, if it is, they're working from the time they're 20, in their early 20s until they're 60 or 70 years old, and then now it's time to go.
I I dropped out of college. I was actually in nursing, and then I worked healthcare for 3 months. I never even put a 2 weeks notice in. I was like, I cannot work a job. That was my first job, last job.
What did your parents have to say about that though?
About what?
Like quitting school?
I mean, of course, they're like, take classes. They still try to encourage me because I'm still young. Classes. I'm like, nah. Like, I told my mom, don't worry about it. When I buy you a house, then you'll come talking, you know. She's also in healthcare, but healthcare for me was too toxic. People were in there for the wrong and genuine reason. I don't want to get into that. But I just realized I can help people in other ways. It's not just a matter of being in healthcare, being in, you know, in a position of education or anything like that. Like, you can help other people in other ways as well as, you know, you're helping yourself.
Got you. Okay, so we are. This is such a good conversation. It's been 15 minutes already. Um, what? So let me. What's your? Let's say. What's your goal for your? What's the goal for you for your in the next year with Family First Life?
Man, I don't like. I want to reach as far. Like, I don't even have like a limit. Of course, like I want to, you know, make over a certain amount. But like, I don't want to limit myself by just putting those numbers up. Like, I feel like.
Sorry, I got a call and erased my iPad.
But like, I don't even want to limit myself to like, okay, I just want to go here. Like, I want to push as far as I can go. Like, I just want to make. I don't even want to put a boundary there. You know what I mean? Like, I have this idea that I'm kind of keeping, you know, on the low now, but I know I'm gonna crush it. I just can't. Like, it was crazy. I was in the gym one morning. I was like, I have the perfect plan, and then it keeps like reoccurring to me because every time I'm with the client sitting down, like I'm just like, this is gonna work. You know what I mean? I have the vision. The vision's there, but I just want to hit Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame is definitely in the works.
Okay.
Obviously growing a team, and I feel like I have a lot of people that reach out to me through social media that are already in teams, they're already licensed, and they're like, "Oh, come join us." I'm like, you know what? Let me reverse this. Y'all come join me. You know
exactly.
I plan to just go back on all my social medias and make sure, you know, people are. I'm bringing people in who are already licensed, so they're already familiar with business. So it's just easier on my plate, you know.
Got you. Okay, so you are recruiting. You want to build, right?
Yes.
So if someone wants to get in touch with you, Sarah, and they want to join your team, how do they find you?
On Facebook, you can find me as Sara Alley. I have mutuals to all these FFL people, so you should be able to find me.
Okay, perfect. Do you, Sarah? Any closing thoughts? Anything you want to leave everybody with, these ladies or gentlemen too? With anything you want to leave us with?
Ladies. Advice to myself first and foremost. Don't be scared. Like, you're the professional in this. Like, even there's like a man with a big ego, or like, you know, you feel kind of like intimidated by somebody, never appear as so. Like, you're in charge. Like, you are in control.
Gotcha. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. So if you know of anybody else, ladies, gentlemen, or the women or business, not just in Family First Life, but outside of Family First Life, hit me up. Let me know so we can get them on here. We can talk to them. Thank you so much, Sarah. This was such a pleasure. You are so full of wisdom and knowledge. It's amazing to me, and I'm super glad and I'm blessed to be in business with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. You're so cute.
All right, beautiful. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Talk soon.
All right. Have a good one.
You too.